Hey peeps, welcome back. We're talking Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Season 5, Episode 42.
Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks.
All right, you guys, this episode picks up right where it left off with Tenny and Rob. All right, so this fight was, pretty bad. It really was. For the most part, I felt bad for the children because I do think that Rob's mom was out of line. However, I think that Tenny started the fight because she was the first one to get physical. She was the first one to mush Rob's mom. She did go out online. Someone asked her, what the hell is going on? Why did you behave this way? Even though I can understand her being frustrated with his mother, this was the time for you to just grab the kids and go. She said the scene was extremely disrespectful and she knows that. But she did want to say, a few things about the relationship with Rob's mom. She said that up until the day of filming, Rob's mom had not said two words to him because when they went to visit her, she needed money and they told her that they didn't have it. However, when she found out that they went out to lunch with Rob's dad, she got an attitude. She got in her car, locked the door, and refused to speak to Rob. She didn't call nor text him to express how she felt. She just saved it all for when the camera started to roll. She also stated that every time that the TV show calls her to film, she's always there, ready, and on time. However, she never made time to go visit Rob the whole time he was in jail for 16 years. She also explains that off camera, one of the production people intervened and asked her to say, why would she say those things? And that is why the situation popped off. She said otherwise, she was just going to be quiet and, go spend time with the kids and let Rob deal with his mother. She says that they have a whole lot of issues between the two of them. And she said that she didn't understand why it popped off so quickly. When Rob's mom first got there, she was hugging them and saying, I love you. The next thing you know, they're screaming and hollering, and she's mushing Rob's mom's face. And she did say that she didn't remember that she mushed his mom's face. She must have done that out of, pure emotion. And she didn't recall that she did that until after the show aired, which explains why she was, the victim the entire time. She also says that she has always welcomed Rob's mom with open arms. And every time his mom manages to spit in her face, and she is really tired of it. She said it really gets old and she's sick of being insulted and mistreated. She says the issues between Rob and his mom is deeper than her, and she's like the added candle to the baked cake, and they're taking out their, anger on her. She states that she does want Rob and his mom to work out their issues. She just doesn't want to have anything to do with it. And it's absolutely understandable. Now, that is me paraphrasing what she said, what she posted on social media. I'll post what she said in the video. If you want to push pause, you can read word for word what she said. Rob's mom, she was saying some really nasty comments. His mom's in, calling her money hungry little bitch. If my son left that dusty little bitch, she wouldn't be able to make it. She called her a gremlin. Then she said that she would beat Tenny up again. But I have news for you, Kate. You lost, okay? She calls her a fat ass hoe. She was really very disrespectful. She was very upset talking about Rob is not taking care of me, but he got with this girl and he's taking care of her and her children. His mom seems extremely entitled. She thinks that he owes her something. The children were devastated. No kid wants to see their mom get hurt or think that somebody is hurting their mother. I did feel a little bit bad for Rob as well because here it is, his coming home party. None of his family showed up. His mom finally arrives and she comes on some bullshit. So the next thing you know, Rob is getting thrown to the floor, wrestled to the ground, him and his mom and Tenny. Tenny is the one who got all the hits in, and the kids are standing by watching this. This is not a good look. It seems that Rob's mom is used to him taking care of her. And it sounds from what he was saying is the rest of the family is used to him taking care of her, taking care of them as well. And it seems that everyone was happy to have him take care of them with his, illegal money, including Tenny. But now that he's not in prison and he's not able to do all the gambling or whatever other things he was doing, he's not able to take care of his wife, their children, and his entire family. I think that it sucks that his mom was trying to put this extra pressure on him. Does she do that to her other children? Are they responsible for taking care of her as well? I think that Tenny and Kate should be extremely, extremely ashamed of themselves. This whole focus of this get together should have been on Rob welcoming him home and making sure that he felt loved and making sure that he's ready to get out here in the world and be a productive citizen. The whole money hungry bitch thing that Kate was saying is really hilarious because Kate, you're the one coming off as a money hungry bitch. I mean, sorry. Now, Tenny's kids, can I just say that those kids are so mature? They practice forgiveness. They are smart, responsible, and loving children. Her son said everybody deserves a second chance. Now, her daughter, she's not here for Kate. She said Kate's behavior was not that of a grandmother. Tenny's daughter helping her calm down from a panic attack, it was a lot. Them going to the pool and Tenny being nervous about spending $250 for the season pass. It seems to me that the kids are old enough now for Tenny to get a job. Things are not the best financially with them. Rob is home now, and it's time for Tenny to get back to work. I did see that she posted online that when Rob was locked up, he said over and over when he got out, he was going to be driving for UPS and driving the hell out of those trucks. Well, he's not driving for UPS, but he is driving for FedEx. So Rob has gotten a legitimate job, and I think it's time for Tenny to get a legitimate job as well. I do think that Tenny is a good mom. You can tell that she pours love and affection into her kids. Her kids seem to be emotionally stable. But I don't blame her for not wanting to be around Rob's mom. I would absolutely not deal with Rob's mom, not in the least. Goodbye to Kate. I would definitely want him to establish a relationship with his family. But if this is the type of shit that they're going to bring with them, let's separate. Let them be over here, and me and my kids will be over here. And I really hate that because I love to keep families together. But until his mom can grow up and realize that it's not his responsibility to care for her, especially not now when she is able bodied. Cut the shit, Kate. Justine and Michael. Can I just say that I'm sick of them? I'm sick of them already. And they just got back on here. Now, I would just like to say, do you guys remember when Justine and Michael used to dress alike? When they had the Maserati and he was going to be the best rapper alive, and she had a nursing job and then quit it to be a stay-at-home mom, and now they seem to be struggling. Yeah, I didn't forget. Okay, both of them are 36 years old, but these last few months looks like they have aged 10 years. Now, her trying to convince Michael that he should get a vasectomy, and him saying, if I'm supposed to have kids at 75, then I'll have kids at 75. I'm here for Justine. She says 75. First off, who are you having these kids with? Absolutely. Please be clocked in and ready. Y'all are supposed to be married and together forever. Why can't you get a vasectomy? I really hate the double standard. I really do. Men have such a hard time getting a vasectomy, but they have no problem telling you to get your tubes tied or get yourself an IUD. How about you get a vasectomy? Y'all have a total of 9 children. 9. You're 36 and you're struggling financially. You don't need to have any more kids. And it's so crazy to me. It's always the dudes that have, anywhere from 7 to 15 kids that always have a problem with the whole vasectomy conversation. You've got 15 kids and 5 baby mamas. Why are we fighting over this? Get a vasectomy. All right, so can I just say that Baby Manhattan is more and more beautiful every time I see her, first of all. Second of all, did you guys see her with the tiny baby bonnet on? I didn't even know they made bonnets for babies, but she looked adorable. She was, oh, she's so cute. When Justine is out running errands, when she gets that call from Santana, I'm sitting on my couch watching a show and my heart is beating 1,000 beats a minute. I was freaking out. We as moms know the voices our children make. And when you get that call and it sounds urgent when you say hello and their response sounds urgent, it scares the hell out of you. You just get freaking upset instantly, like, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? You know when something is wrong. I don't know if I would have been able to calmly call Michael to tell him, hey, let's meet up at the house. Hell no. I would have been speeding like a police officer trying to get to that damn house. But can I just say that when we got to the house and they were in that bedroom, was anybody else shocked when they mentioned that that was Michael and Justine's bedroom? I was completely shocked and a little bit disgusted. Like that room didn't look like a married couple's bedroom. It it looked a mess. Anyway, it seemed like sibling arguments to me. Siblings are going to do that. They're going to argue, fuss, and fight. They're going to have, disagreements. My mama's better than your mama. My daddy is better than your daddy, especially when you have the blended family situation. Sometimes you're going to get that. However, I was very upset with Michael because here you are yelling at the children, letting them know that they're going to be on punishment for getting physical with each other and breaking this $1,500 iPhone. And then you turn around and you're not able to control your own anger and you punch a hole in the wall in front of those children. That was disgusting. What are you showing them? Okay, so we're going to be on punishment. We're not allowed to leave out of our bedrooms. We go to school, we come home, we go back to our bedroom for however long, but you can act a fool and punch a hole in this wall. No, that kind of anger is not okay. And showing it in front of the children, not okay. And it still didn't address that Michael's son physically put his hands on Santana. That too is not okay. It just didn't make sense. It really didn't. And if I was Justine, I would tell Michael, I'm going to need you to get in some sort of anger management. I realized that he was upset. He is working hard, trying to pay for this lifestyle that they have out in Las Vegas, which it seems to me that they're living above their means. I haven't heard anything about all the money they're making off of the Alibaba shoes, allegedly. None of that. So what the hell is going on? And I realized that Justine, at some point, she said she was a nurse. It just doesn't make sense to me for you guys to have 8 children combined, for her to have a small baby who's not even 2 yet, and be pregnant again and still be a stay at home mom when you know that both of you need to be working. It's a lot going on. They're making some pretty bad choices. I look forward to seeing how this is going to work out. I pray for Justine's safety when she delivers her baby. For the safety of herself, I think that if Michael is not willing to get this vasectomy, she should definitely at least get the IUD just to protect herself. Because I think that she would be better with the children than Michael with those kids by himself. He is not ready to raise those kids alone. I also hope they don't have Michael's daughter there just so she can babysit the kids. Absolutely not. Moving on. Melissa and Louie. Now, first of all, I said, who asked for this? Who the hell asked for this? I didn't want to see Melissa no more. I really didn't. I never wanted to see Melissa again. Anyway, Louie has been out of jail for 18 months. And I didn't want to see them no more. Can I just say that Melissa's nose looked the same? There was nothing new about that nose. Were they fooling with us? It doesn't look like she, got a new nose. Anyway, we find out this man has 32 jobs. He works at a pizza place. He also works at a smoothie place. He's also a personal trainer and he sells supplements, protein shakes and stuff. He is working his ass off. And I'm proud of him because he looked healthy. He looked sober. He looked clean. I'm proud of Louie. Anyway, Melissa is still Melissa, honey. Louie wanted her and him to do a polar plunge, but it didn't quite work out. First of all, I think they started to take the run into the ocean too far back. Okay. By the time they got to the water, they made it up to just below the knee. Okay. Before they decided, and came back out. Yeah, no, that was a fail. Anyway, as soon as they get finished with this failed polar plunge, she starts begging for an engagement ring, 2 carats. It seems that Louis still is the only one in the relationship with any kind of sense. I'm rooting for him. I really am. I think that she's doing too much pressuring this man. First of all, I wouldn't want to get engaged to anybody or marry anyone that I had to pressure into asking me. I want the person to ask me and be with me because they love me and they know that it's right, that they don't want to be with anybody else, that they know that there's nothing else out there that's better than what we have. I don't want to sit there and force somebody to get me an engagement ring. No. I think that Melissa's expectations are extremely too high. And I agree with Louis when he says, I'm not going into debt, then bring us down, getting you a ring. He says that he has been saving for the last 16 months to get her a ring. And when he calls his mom and tells her that he's going to be proposing to Melissa soon and he's going to be going ring shopping, Donna was us. Donna said, what? Why? You know, I was surprised to see that Donna didn't already move to New Jersey. She offered, and she explained to him that marriage is serious and marriages don't always work out. And then we saw that Donna had been married 3 times. When he tells Donna that the ring she wants is 2 carats, Donna says that could be anywhere from ten to $12,000. Do you have that? And he says he does. So, he's trying. He really is. I wish Louis nothing but the best. But I'm telling you, Louis, take your time, slow down. Don't ask Melissa to marry you just because she's forcing you to do it. If it's right, it's right. If it's not, you'll pay for it later. I'm just saying. Anyway, what do you guys think about Melissa and Louis being back on this season? Does Melissa's nose look new? What is going on? Anyway, moving on. Bianca and Daniel. All right, so still don't like Bianca, but I did see on social media that she's been receiving death threats in her DMs, and I think that that is deplorable and disgusting and not okay. Even though we don't like her, we think that she's childish, that she acts like a total selfish, entitled brat. It's still not fair for her to receive death threats. It's never okay to do that. So I'm just saying, I'm wishing her the best and that people would stop doing that to her. So the show with them picks up right where it left off. Daniel had just told her, please don't try to manipulate me. Do not do that. And he still did not get her the coffee that she was requesting. And I'm glad that he didn't. She is going to hold that over his head as long as she can. And that's something that my mom always told me. If you're going to do something for somebody, or if you're going to give something to somebody, do it out of the kindness of your heart, not expecting anything in return. Bianca is absolutely expecting everything in return. She is a very childlike girl. She is 23 years old, but she has a mindset of someone who is 13. He's sitting out in the living room waiting for her to get dressed because they have to go see his parole officer. And he says, we're going to be late. And she's in there talking about, can you just wait for me to put my makeup on, please? I don't think the probation officer will accept I was late because my selfish 13-year-old in the mind girlfriend was putting on her makeup. They don't give two shits about your makeup, ma'am. Anyway, after spending over an hour and 45 minutes with his parole officer, he was able to convince him to give him a temporary pass to stay with Bianca. They will be doing an investigation and stopping by her place to review the home and make sure that it's appropriate. Then they have this discussion about taking the Plan B pill. So we find out that the night before, when they had the sex for the first time, Daniel, he came by twice uh, in Bianca, and he doesn't want them to have a baby right now. Bianca says that she's got baby fever. And I said, oh gosh. I think that Bianca is going to drive Daniel to drinking real soon. And I really hate that. Daniel tells Bianca that it's incredibly irresponsible for her not to take the pill. But I would also just like to say that even though it's irresponsible for her not to take the pill, I think that it was also irresponsible for you to stop by twice inside her and you don't want her to get pregnant. Okay, how about you wrap it up? And what is with all these people coming home straight from jail having the unprotected sex? No. Yuck. And where is Bianca's parents? I really need to know where her mom and daddy is. Somebody has to be the voice of reason. Where are her parents? She is so delusional when thinking about this guy. This guy is telling her, and it's crazy that he's the one with the good sense. He is telling her that, one, he can't afford a baby. The man is unemployed. He's a felon. He has court fees. He has a child that he is not raising. He is an addict who is trying to live a sober life. And here you are trying to get pregnant the day he gets out of jail. Does that make sense to you? This man has a 13-year-old son that he is not a part of this boy's life. He's got court fines, all kinds of restitution. He doesn't have really any sobriety under his belt because he fell off the wagon while in prison. And you are trying to get pregnant. You people, both of you, need to stop by the store, grab a Plan B pill and some condoms. Get it together. Daniel, the best thing for you to do is to go back to your mama's house. Just go on and move in with your mama. This is not going to work out. What do you guys think about Daniel and Bianca? He seems to be the one with all the common sense. I don't know what the hell is going on with these two. Zaria and Troy. Honey, now listen. These two I'm sick of. The show picks up right where it left off, and like always, Troy is walking off. If that man ain't gonna do nothing else, he gonna walk the hell off. And I think he has the right to walk off. I would much prefer him to walk off and cool down than to stay in the house, argue, fuss, and fight that could lead into somebody going to jail. So walking away, I think, is perfectly fine in this situation. However, him walking around in his ankle monitor, pink do-rag, sitting out on a bench, smoking weed, talking about committing crime to pay the rent, I don't think that's a good idea. You're on parole or probation and on a national television show talking about possibly committing crimes to pay the bills. You just spent 7 years in jail, 7 years away from your daughter, and you're sitting there contemplating everything but getting a job. Okay. Troy has been out, I think they said for a month, or is it 2 months? I'm not really sure. But that's enough time to get a damn job. You should be working at someone's warehouse, restaurant. You should be working some damn where. Okay? Not sitting around talking to your friend Trey about possibly going out in the streets to make that money. That is crazy. That's just going to lead you right back to where you were, which is without your daughter. I'm glad that his friend Trey had sense and let him know that no, you need to figure out a way legally to pay your bills. It also did it seem weird to anybody that him and his wife are supposed to be running this nonprofit organization, but both of you act wild and crazy on a national television show. You are sitting out smoking weed, talking about illegal shit, but you're supposed to be running this positive nonprofit? It makes no sense. And Zaria making the comment that she doesn't trust him. I don't understand. You are the one who cheated on him. You're the one who has been lying to him about paying the bills. And you're concerned about him. You don't trust him. Now, we haven't seen what he might have lied to her about on TV, but really? They just don't seem like a good couple at all. And then I seen Troy online going crazy on family and friends and the people of social media. It was extremely disappointing.
Karen is a deadbeat mother. Y'all letting this money, y'all letting this fame, y'all letting this shit get to y'all head. Bitch, I'm a motherfucking gangster. Play with me if you want to. I'm a fucking gangster. I'm a fucking gangster. Yeah, now everybody wanna block me. Tell the bros, tell your mama, tell your aunt, anybody that know Troy Jones, tell them. Y'all ain't never did shit for me, motherfucker. Nigga, I just did 7 years in jail. I ain't even been home five months. I bet you I ran laps around you niggas. I bet you I ran laps around you niggas. Where your bag at, bitch? Cause mine's bigger.
If you tell him to stop, I'm gonna block you.
It's okay. Yeah, tell the Facebook group that. Tell them that nigga really is fucking a demon. That nigga really crazy. Play with me if you want to. Facts on me.
Kimberly, this is why you should stay off fucking TV, because you don't know him. This is what I've been telling y'all. Stop fucking judging off of TV. Y'all talking about something, oh my God, you're not like this.
I'm all the way like
Fuck
that.
outta
I'm
here.
all the way like that. I'm all the way like that.
I don't know. Wasn't that weird? It was cringeworthy, and it seems like maybe they were both on something, and they just both seemed to be toxic. And she was, right there egging him on to talk shit to his family and friends. It seems like they're both a problem. They are both toxic, and I wasn't here for it at all. Get down in the comments. What do you think about Troy and Zaria? Britney and KY Rock. So this show picks up right where it left off. They went to look at the government hotel where they'll be possibly staying for 30 days. I never even knew that the government had full hotel buildings. I always thought that the government did, have places to put people up, but I didn't know that they had, a full hotel. I thought they just rented space at particular hotels. Anyway, Britney and KY Rock acting as if they are the victims. They don't understand. I'm over it. There's no way that you can tell me that grown people, including KY Rock's mama, her boyfriend, his brother, no one ever stated, before we all quit our jobs, break our lease, order a U-Haul, and start boxing up the house, did you both get approval to move? Even people who have never been on probation or parole know that people who are on probation and parole can't just jump up and go. You've got to get approval for that. So I'm not feeling sorry for them at all. Calling to find out if they could get their security deposit and first month's rent. I knew off the rip that was going to be an absolute hell to the no. But I was thinking to myself, if your family is still going down there, why couldn't they just move into the apartment? You've already paid the deposit and the first month's rent. Why couldn't they just go and stay in the place until you guys could get there? And then KY Rock decides to wait until the last 30 minutes, before the lease expires, to tell his mom that him and Britney cannot move to Texas. I thought that was disgusting and wrong. And his mom had every right to be pissed the hell off, every right to be angry as hell. It looks like his mom, his brother, and his mom's boyfriend must already have their own apartment down there, because they were still going. They finished closing up the U-Hauls and everything, and his mom cussed them out real good, and then they left. So Britney and KY Rock are still there to head back to the government hotel. KY Rock's excuse for not telling his mom is that she was already stressed out. I think that added more stress to her. She had every right to know. They should have told her instantly when they found out. I absolutely thought that she handled it better than I would, because I would have still been cussing him out. It would have been 30 minutes later. They would have still seen me yelling and screaming, how could you not tell me this? Anyway, I am wishing the best for KY Rock's family. I hope that him and Britney do get the approval and they can move to Texas. I hope during the 30 days that they have to stay home while they're living in this government hotel, that they're able to work somewhere, maybe through a temporary service, so that they can stack some more money to help pay for the new apartment, first month's rent, last month's rent, security deposit that they're going to have to pay when they finally make it down to Texas. I wish them the best of luck, but they are not victims. They set themselves up for this failure. That's just my opinion. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.